First, there was Dueling Citizens, now Secrets from the Inside. Author Greg Meekin nails it again. Introducing Secrets from the Inside Radio Show. Raw, unscripted, uncensored, uncanceled. Secrets from the Inside starts now.
You got me headed to the left, headed to the right, headed back and forth, but baby, it's alright. You got me going to the east, going to the west, going up and down, cause baby, you know best. All day, all night, running around, I'm never gonna stop because you never settle down. Got me shooting into space, flying at the sun. I'm never coming back, cause baby, you're the one.
Happy Thanksgiving, America. Welcome to another rapid deployment of Secrets from the Inside Radio. I am Val Olson. This is episode number 41, and we are streaming live from the great state of Arizona. Once again, I am here around my kitchen table with my friend, the one, the only, the Iceman, Greg Meekin. We have a secret guest in the green room, and I can't wait for the fireworks to start when we bring him on stage. So let's light the fuse, buckle up, everyone, and welcome back to Secrets from the Inside. Greg Meekin, what is on your heart today?
Val Olson. Val Olson, once again. Miss Val, our military radio gal. Happy Thanksgiving, Val Olson. And happy Thanksgiving. What's on my heart is giving thanks. And indeed, on Thanksgiving, this special day, and the other 364 days. I wake up, I really do. I wake up and I give thanks. I give thanks to my friends. For my friends, I give thanks for my family. And boy, I give thanks for my country. Living in the United States of America. I never take it for granted. So that was on my heart today, giving thanks, Val. And people might recall, some might recall, we did a special Easter morning, early Easter morning show as well, rapid deployment. Rapid deployment means we go live fast. Faster than anyone else, I guarantee you that. But that Easter show, we had Captain James McCormick, our dear friend, our hero. And we had Sheriff Lamb. They both did drop-ins. And that was wonderful, paying tribute that early Easter morning. So now we're on Thanksgiving. We're on Thanksgiving Day. And as I say, amid the noise and haste of this world, give thanks every day. Val Olson, that you and I are sitting live on this broadcast, doing this show. There's a blessing right there. There's a blessing right there. So that was on my heart today. I also really want to catch up a little bit on the really fast breaking news, sad, tragic news in many ways with our dear National Guardsmen. Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. But there's crucial breaking news going on. Much of it is a side note, military related. Which imagine that, Val, you and I produce a military show on the Veteran Channel. It's called Continue Mission. But this indeed is Secrets from the Inside. This is Val Olson and Greg Meekin doing a rapid deployment. By the way, Val, I know I'm doing a little monologue here, but by the way, we had our special guest lined up today. It was awesome. It was a secret guest, as a matter of fact. And he's a dear friend. And I'm now praying for him today. he got ill last night. Something happened health-wise, and he's, instead of being on our show, he's going back to bed where he should be. And so I give thanks, number one, for Chris Branham, having known him for the last 3 years, and also that he's okay. And anyone out there who's ailing in any way, there's Chris Branham. We'll be talking about him later, and I'm gonna display, actually, Val, a little bit of his work to let him know who he is, because in the end, he's a patriot. In the end, that's what we all are. But I definitely want to talk and pay tribute to our National Guardsmen and just what's going on there. I want to get people up to date. We have some breaking videos and stuff that just kind of came out in this last 24 hours, and I want to highlight them. But if what I'd like to do, let's see, where do we start first? Let me give you, Val, just a little, a few minutes here just to say hi to everybody. Indeed, we are around Val Olson's kitchen table, as we've been for the last almost 4 years. And it really is. It's been so nice in that these have been nice, relaxed chats like you would have indeed around a kitchen table, a dining room table, or around a camp. So I'll give you a minute or two. I've been blabbing here a bit, but I can't wait to roll out some of these breaking videos and stuff. Val, back to you.
Yeah, it's true. There is a lot of breaking news today, so I'm thrilled to do it. And this is something I never do, but I want to, because you truly are in my home. And I just want to take you for a quick peek, because it is the Thanksgiving edition. And as a wife and mom on the home front, it's just a lot of work-life balance here at home. So I'm going to just take you for a quick little tour. So I made my pies this morning. And I have the dining room table set. So so there you are in my kitchen, and it smells like Thanksgiving. But it's not just about the turkey, the stuffing, and the trimmings. There is so much of a story that needs to be highlighted. And so if I can take a second, it's really to give thanks to our founding fathers and the wise words that George Washington had. In fact, that's what I want to touch on today, because we don't want to forget what we have in this country. Unlike anywhere else on planet Earth, George Washington and the first national Thanksgiving. And this is now a message we're going to send to President Trump. The year was 1789, and the United States was still an experiment, fragile, uncertain, and trying to find its identity under a brand new constitution. George Washington had been unanimously elected president just a few months earlier and had taken office in New York City. But Washington spent his early months shaping the executive branch, calming regional tensions, and trying to unify states that often distrusted each other. During this time, Congress debated whether the new federal government should call for a national day of Thanksgiving, a practice that had previously existed only at the state and local levels. And so Washington's proclamation emphasized gratitude for the end of the Revolutionary War, gratitude for the newly adopted Constitution, gratitude for civil and religious liberty, gratitude for the opportunity to build a stable government, and a call for national unity and moral reflection. This document was printed in newspapers across the young country. And the citizens marked the day through religious services, community gatherings, public prayers, family meals. There is no evidence of turkey stuffing or modern traditions. Those were developed in later centuries. In 1789, Thanksgiving was primarily a religious and civic observance rooted in gratitude and national solidarity. So I just wanted to reflect on that today. Let's go back to that 1789 proclamation as the birth of Thanksgiving as a national tradition. And it's really time to come today and reflect on gratitude that we are alive here, that we have the freedoms in this country that so many around the world don't have. And I'm just thrilled to be here alongside you, Greg, in my home in the United States, the greatest country on planet Earth. and to spend some time reflecting on Thanksgiving 2025 today.
That's amazing. That's just amazing. That was a great little history lesson there. And lest we forget where we came from and where we are right now. And we are indeed in, as Charlie Kirk says, the greatest nation in the history of mankind.
Yes.
So indeed. So very, very good. It's important for us to remember that. I want to, if we can, a little bit later in the show, I'm going to feature a little bit of Chris Branham's work. I don't want to forget him. I'm thinking about him today, and he does such great work. He's worked for closely with us behind the scenes. Val, he's an IT genius and stuff, and he has produced a lot of the voiceovers that you hear. He produced the intro to this show, Secrets from the Inside, and he's a household name, if you will, in quote the voiceover world, which is really cool. But I want to, since you're on the subject, let's talk patriotism a little bit. And once again, my heart is so for these National Guards guys. If you would, let's just, we're about 11 minutes into the show. Let's just go straight. Do you have the video of the National Guardsmen, the two guys that James McCormick had forwarded you? Let's just kind of start it, if we can, with those two folks. Terrible, terrible tragedy in Washington, D.C. with our National Guards guys getting shot. So go ahead and play that, Val, and we'll open it with that. How are we on that video?
It's airing. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
We're just maybe having
Protecting
a
our
technical. Here we
nation's
go.
capital today.
Sorry,
The
just
Chief
1
and I were
second.
planning to spend Thanksgiving with our Guard and Joint Force troops here in Guantanamo Bay, but we're returning to Washington, D.C. to be with our Guardsmen there who continue
Is that playing?
Yeah, it was
We're just
playing.
having a little technical. Okay.
to protect the capital city.
Our guardsmen are part of the very fabric of our nation. We are devastated by the senseless act of violence, and we will remain on station to defend and protect our fellow citizens at home and abroad. Guard Nation, I am so very proud and grateful for all that you do. Stronger together.
Very nice. Definitely a tribute to our National Guard. We're going to be hearing a lot of this, Val. And no worries on the technical stuff. As usual, this stuff is breaking hot off the press and stuff. So we bring it as it is. And there you go. That's total salutes. Those two National Guards people are from West Virginia. From West Virginia. Captain James McCormick is following the story very closely. Obviously, West Virginia connection. So prayers out to those folks, definitely. And let's do this. I'm going to take a quick minute here to just kind of again reach out to Chris Branham. And I'm going to cue you here on just maybe a video or two here. I just want to, again, this was supposed to be our drop-in guest today. God love him. We'll do a follow-up to this because I can't wait to hear from him. But Chris Branham, once, as I mentioned earlier, he's a voiceover guy. And he does the most fabulous radio commercials you've ever heard. He and I first collaborated. There he is. He even looks cool. There's Generation X. He's from beautiful downtown Reedsville, Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin, a Green Bay Packers fan. But Chris is the go-to guy for me when I need voiceovers and also when I need behind the scenes, really behind the scenes, IT work. He's fabulous. I first got to know him. I was first introduced way back, Val, get this, March 2022, and it was collaborating on an intro for a radio segment I was going to have. And it was this segment, I think you got even a photo here of Mike Phillip and stuff, was Dueling Citizens. If you remember, our mutual friend, Mike Phillip, Pastor Mike Phillip up in Edmonton, Alberta. And Mike introduced us because we were starting that brand. It's called Dueling Citizens. We were going to start a new radio show, or at least radio segment. It was 1 hour every Friday. And Mike Phillip referred me to Chris Branham. He said, hey, have Chris do an intro for you about dueling citizens. It was an interesting subject matter because basically, as people who know me, my book, Why I Came to America and What I Think Now, and my dueling citizen segments on radio, they're comparing Canada to the U.S., Canada to the U.S. in every way, and with an overall theme being hockey. So if you have that, this is just an example of Chris Branham's work. Do you have the Dueling Citizens intro by Chris Branham, Val?
Author Greg Meekin nails it. The border catastrophe, gas prices, and runaway inflation, the education mess. Greg sorts it all out and offers Greg's List solutions. Now presenting Dueling Citizens with Greg Meekin.
Greg, you're muted.
Mandatory.
Greg.
Once a show, mandatory. Right out the gate, Chris Branham came up with this intro, and it's just stood the test of time. We did 43 shows of Dueling Citizens, and right out of the gate, he pulled together the hockey theme and also controversial, edgy political stuff. The secret about that intro, you'll be able, and people could listen back sometime, is he did the first half of the intro music was the Canadian national anthem, and the second half was the United States national anthem. So always deeper stuff than you'll know with a brilliant guy like Chris Branham. So wish he could have been on the show. We'll do a follow-up with him. But Val, anything on your end real quick before I want to get into a few other videos and stuff, but go ahead.
Just take a minute. I'm going to set up. Give me 1 second, and I just need to reset here. So I'm going to give you a minute, and I'll. Sure.
Let's do this. Let's go edgy here. Let's go edgy. I'm gonna post a video. Post a video here, and it's labeled the Seditious Six. Okay, and this actually was one of the reasons for this rapid deployment being called. And actually, Chris Branham was very instrumental in saying this is something we have to address now, and I'd like the world to see it. As far as this video of the Seditious Six, these are 6 American politicians basically encouraging mutiny. It's my favorite word, mutiny. Do you have by any chance that video handy, Val? Because we'll play it if you can, single screen, but play it and listen really carefully, everybody, because I'm going to bring up one name in that afterwards, which is a United States Senator from Arizona named Mark Kelly. Okay, so go ahead and play that, Val.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
It's very difficult for me to watch that. And I know it's been played a lot down here. I don't know if Canadians have had the opportunity to see it because there's so much censorship, but it's very difficult for me to watch. Essentially, these are United States representatives, and they're encouraging, as I say, mutiny. The interesting thing, as we've rolled out kind of the follow-up to it and learned what they have, what they said closer, and some of the follow-up press and stuff, is there wasn't one illegal law that applied. They couldn't give an example of one illegal law or illegal order, illegal order by the president. Again, they're just warning for the future, something that might happen or whatever. It's called encouraging sedition. It is. They named it. They said it themselves, and they essentially were encouraging United States military and all law enforcement, et cetera, to feel free to encourage, interpret orders as you like, whether legal or illegal. I thought that was left up to the lawyers and things like the Supreme Court. But you go ahead and interpret the order as you wish. If you determine it to be illegal, go ahead and refuse it. Please refuse it. Again, I won't get started on this. I already have. But it is an absolute embarrassment. Of all the folks that were in that video, the one I'm going to highlight is who I'm not going to. I'll tell you what, this is tough to be diplomatic. This is a United States senator in the state of Arizona named Mark Kelly. Okay, this is one. As a matter of fact, this gentleman has been singled out to an extent because he has absolutely no business doing what he did. And don't let anyone in the media tell you differently. The military and veterans and everybody around the country, they're pissed with this. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Senator Kelly, he's a former captain in the United States Navy, and they're considering, and I highly encourage them to recall him so that he can face a military court to determine whether this was seditious or not, because it sure seemed like it to me. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go right straight to it. There was a reaction to this video because I'm speaking about Mark Kelly. He should be ashamed of himself. But Sheriff Lamb, our dear friend Sheriff Lamb, who's appeared a number of times with us and stuff, he put out a video reacting to this Senator Kelly and the sedition video. Go ahead and just play that, Val. Let's rock and roll.
All right, everybody, I got a truth bomb for you. The truth is, I think that he should go through a military tribunal. Now, who am I talking about? I'm talking about Senator Mark Kelly. Now, you recently saw this video, most likely, where all these politicians from the House and the Senate were telling soldiers that they shouldn't follow unlawful orders. Yeah, no duh. They know that already. But they were insinuating that the president was giving unlawful orders, which he is not. President Trump is not giving an unlawful order, and none of these politicians can point to an unlawful order. The purpose of their video was to undermine the president and the commander-in-chief. Now, who should have known better? Senator Mark Kelly, captain in the Navy. Now, when they came to him with this idea, he should have been the adult in the room and said, guys, whoa. This is not a good idea. Not only is it reckless, it undermines the commander-in-chief, and we have no examples of him breaking the law or giving an unlawful order, but it is also against the uniform code of ethics that I swore an oath to, that I adhere to as a military member. Even though he's retired, I think they should call him back up and make him go through that tribunal. One, he's playing games. They're playing cutesy right now. Like we didn't actually say it. The purpose of that video was to undermine President Trump. We all know it. They're playing games now. So either that, or he's too dumb to know that he shouldn't have said it. And in either way, that's a problem. I think he knew what he was doing, and he should have known better. And now he needs to face the consequences of it as a captain. Now, I was the sheriff. I had 600 employees. Had any one of those employees, a captain or any of my subordinates, done something like this, I would have at least demoted them and possibly terminated them. Had one of the subordinates of Captain Kelly when he was in the Navy done this, I guarantee you he would have made them go through a military court tribunal, and they would have likely faced demotion as well, if not being dishonorably discharged. So, yeah, I'm okay with him going through this.
There you go. telling it like it is. Authenticity. Sheriff Mark Lamb. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Sheriff. As a side note, Val got a text this morning from Sheriff Lamb wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving, because that's what it's all about. So from Sheriff Lamb and his wife, Janelle, his wonderful wife, Janelle, they wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Val, let me give you a minute here. I'm going to decompress with it. I get so pissed with that video, and I really, really appreciate hearing Mark Lamb tell it like it is there. So go ahead, take
I do too.
Like here and just debrief from that.
So Sheriff Lamb is obviously, he's internationally known. He's just a no-nonsense sheriff. He has created a culture here in Arizona where it's, do the right thing. That's what it's all about. Fear not, do right. And you can see that trickling across the country now, that no-nonsense approach. Say it like it is, tell the truth, and stand on your own 2 feet. And he and his wife, Janelle, really are a team. I call them Mr. and Mrs. America, because they are exactly who I see when I look to the change that's needed in DC. Keep your eyes on the Lamb family. But what you just heard him say is law and order. Law and order. You do the crime, you do the time. And it's really no surprise, no shock that when people in the intelligence community or the military community or these things, they say things and there is an accountability to it. And, to undermine our commander in chief, what the outcome is. It's not rocket science. So how it plays out, I don't know. I mean, my heart goes right now to our National Guard. We heard from National Guard this morning, and obviously they're rerouting some of them from Guantanamo to Washington, D.C. to protect the home front on Thanksgiving, because that's what this nation is built on. Law and order matters, and we thank our service members. It is thankless work, and it's important that when the going gets tough, we stand with our military, we stand with our law enforcement, and listen to the ones that are calling out accountability. And that's what Mark Lamb is doing. He is such a representative for Arizona and beyond. That goes so beyond. I mean, obviously he's very involved with the Trump administration, has been for quite some time, but we want to stand on our own 2 feet. And when you hear people in power standing up, rising up, and speaking the truth, stand with them. This nation depends on it. We have the freest nation on earth, and people are fighting to get here. I mean, look at us. Look what we have here: freedom, liberty, and the right to pursue happiness. On the other side of the 49th in Canada, it's not like that. So just keep those things in mind this Thanksgiving of what you do have here in this country.
So awesome, Val. Nice message, and it's true indeed. Reaching out to all my Canadian friends. Not only, of course, in Alberta and out west, we've tons and tons of people have kept in touch with me over the years, for the last 3 years, and back east, my friends in Quebec, Ontario. I know I trash the Toronto Maple Leafs every time I do anything published or whatever, but God love Toronto. I tease you because I have so many friends in Toronto, and really successful people and stuff, and also back in Quebec. I always very often go back to my roots, and even doing radio shows, going back to Montreal and a good old Dorval, Quebec. Good old Dorval, Quebec. Val, this has been interesting. We're about 38 minutes, about half an hour in and stuff. And if I'm going to probably wrap this early, we've got things on the air that we needed to today. Don't get me started on those videos. We're going to be seeing a lot in this next few months, because I really believe that there's a tipping point happening. And tell you what, this DC attack is just, if there wasn't a last straw, this might be one. So, but indeed, we were here today, and I am here today to give thanks and stuff. But we'll wrap the show. One thing just to touch on Sheriff Lamb, Val, is he of course, he's so active right now. A lot of people don't know he's running for the United States Congress to represent Arizona. Hello. He's going to be, when he wins, which he will, he'll be filling the seat of Andy Biggs. who is moving on to hopefully be the governor of Arizona. So to Sheriff Mark Lamb, he's running for Congress. His website, as a matter of fact, I haven't memorized. It's it's marklamb.us. Imagine that, marklamb.us. And his YouTube channel, as you know, Val, is a plethora of amazing YouTubes and stuff, real-time cops analysis and stuff. And that is Real American Sheriff on YouTube. So, and I am, as a matter of fact, I'll let you just kind of run through an outro here, Val, and summarizing just kind of the show and stuff. Quick one today, and it was meant to be. The reach out and shout out is, of course, to Chris Branham, my dear friend up in Wisconsin, that he feels better soon, and we definitely do a follow-up show. We have so much on our plate right now, Val, as far as radio shows coming up. We're deeply, I'll let you do your outro on this. We're deeply committed to the Veteran Channel and the mission of the U.S. veterans, both retired and active duty. And we do at least a weekly show called Continue Mission on the Veteran Channel. That's Captain James McCormick, of course, who is founder and of the channel and the Continue Mission radio show. So actually, let's just start wrapping. God bless everybody out there. I'll let you I'll take a minute or two here, Val, to do an outro. But I thank everybody out there once again. So many people keep in touch with us from all over, really, the world. We go out to so many countries, and you never know, in this world of sharing and replatforming, you usually find out within even a few weeks the reach of your shows. And that's been amazing to me. I think I had 14 views or something from New Zealand recently. Where does that come from? So I am indeed Greg Meekin, and I wish you, everybody, just the best for Thanksgiving. And again, that the whole year can be giving thanks. I thank, as usual, my fabulous facilitator, Val Olson, Miss Val, and thank everybody out there. And as happened to me this morning, today, is wake up in kindergarten every day. There's so much to learn and so little time, because before you know it, you're in first grade. God love you, everybody. Val, take your time and do an outro here.
All right, I will. So it is Secrets from the Inside, and I do have a little secret for you all that I would love to share. So this is a picture from earlier this week. I was able to go to see Megyn Kelly with a friend of mine. I was so thankful. She finds the coolest events to go to. So we were able to see Megyn Kelly live. And there were thousands of Americans that flew from all over the country to hear Megyn Kelly speak. And she had Erica Kirk was her special guest, and Walter Kern was there. And also Charlie Kirk's pastor, Frank Turek, was there and talked about what it was like late at night to go on walks with Charlie Kirk, which is often what he would do. Charlie loved to walk late at night, and they would have deep conversations. And hearing just his vision, Charlie's vision for the future, and to know really that Charlie is at peace, and what he's called Americans to do, and how we're seeing that vision unfold and taking on his legacy was very powerful. I want to talk a little bit about the feel of that night. There was a comedian that did some singing and entertaining, but the feel of Americans right across the spectrum. You wouldn't be able to just box them into one group. There were people from all over, but the calmness, the gratitude, it really wasn't a political type event. It was a call to unity, a call to common sense. And so that is what's coming out of Arizona. And Erica Kirk shared, what it's like for her in real time, the difficulties, the struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly. And hearing Megyn Kelly talk about moving from the left to the right, And she always wasn't a Trump supporter. So, and that's how I really remember her, as being very anti-Trump for a period of about 9 months. And I'd kind of left her at that time. I didn't like really what she was sharing, but my friend said, look, you've got to go and listen to her. And I said, yeah, I want to check it out. And to hear her describe the changes in her own life and why she came around after 4 years of Joe Biden was powerful. And I think it's important to reflect on that your neighbors, your friends, some of them who possibly have left the Democrat Party for obvious reasons, we want to call for unity. We want to call for common sense. And that's what it's all country are gathering in a new way. It's not just political rallies anymore. It's Saturday night talks and get-togethers. So that is a little secret from the inside. Greg, I'm going to start just wrapping up the show, and I'm going to do a quick just recap of, if you're joining now, welcome. This is the Thanksgiving edition, and we're focusing on gratitude and what we're thankful for. We're thankful to be alive. We're thankful to have this platform. We are thankful, truly thankful, for all of you who serve, our vets, our United States military. All of you matter. And this Thanksgiving, you're spending it with us. We are streaming live on the Veteran channel. We want to encourage you, if you haven't went to Roku yet, Apple or Prime, you can download the Veteran channel. Please do that. We are actively recruiting on the Veteran channel. Your mission is now. We believe in redeployment. You are needed, and all generations are coming together as one. Today, we talked about the seditious six, because that's what it is in this country. When you speak against and encourage people to go against the commander and chief, and you make claims like these six have, from Mark Kelly to people in the intelligence community, to those elected in power, and you're given the opportunity in this free country to come forward, with, what is your example, and you don't have any, that falls, as we heard Sheriff Lamb discussing today on the show, that falls into what we believe a military tribunal can solve. So these are things in this country, freedom, life, and liberty, the pursuit of happiness, that still matter today. So justice must be served. Crime is a crime. You do the crime, you do the time. It's common sense. So we're touching on that today. Greg, that's a recap of the show. I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thank you, Val Olson. Thank you, Val Olson, once again. This is great. Short and sweet, about 40 minutes today. Be lots of follow-ups coming down the road, and lots of talk of our military, our veterans, and what happened in D.C. with our National Guardsmen. God bless you, Val. You did a great job. Go ahead and do our outro here. Thank you, everybody. God bless everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.
This is Secrets from the Inside, episode 0041, Thanksgiving edition.
First, there was Dueling Citizens. Now, Secrets from the Inside. Author Greg Meekin nails it again. Introducing Secrets from the Inside radio show. Raw, unscripted, uncensored, uncanceled. Secrets from the Inside starts now.
You got me headed to the left, headed to the right, headed back and forth, but baby, it's alright. You got me going to the east, going to the west, going up and down, 'cause baby, you know best. All day, all night, running around, I'm never gonna stop because you never settle down. Got me shooting into space, flying at the sun. I'm never coming back 'cause